on, guys? It's Trevor Plays here, back again with another My Hero Academia anime review, and episode 24 or 62 in total, called A Season for Encounters. And if you guys, know I always do this over the dub. I say this every time I do this. Obviously, this is over the dub, so the dub is currently. It was currently 2 episodes behind, but now it is only 1 episode behind because the sub finished. So we have one more episode left for the dub. But it is good. It is great. If you guys are watching the dub only, then you guys will, be excited for what the big 3 have to offer. Also for anime-only watchers as well. But if you are people who have watched the subbed episode, so you guys know what is going on, and that is, Season 4 of My Hero Academia is being made. It is currently being made, so we don't know exactly when it is going to air, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to air sometime in the early 2019. If not, then probably mid 2019. So it'll still be good, still be great. My Hero's still going strong, and will be, because Season 4 is going to be one of the best seasons of My Hero. So can't wait for that to be animated, and seeing all these characters again, it is great. Being introduced to new characters, that is also another good thing about My Hero. And each season we get introduced to a decent amount of new people, and a lot of them are likable characters, and most of them are villains. So yep. So what happened in this episode? If you guys have watched it and already know what's going on, I know that I do anime reviews, so it's literally just me summarizing what happened in the episode. So I guess let's just get right on into it. So the first thing that happened in this episode was we got to see Twice. Now the thing is about Twice is we got to see his actual face, and we hear a little bit more about his quirk, and we figure out how he became Twice. His quirk, called Twice, it makes him duplicate himself and then duplicate the duplicate and all that. So he's cloning himself. But then it got to the point to where his clones didn't want him, the main, person, to take control. So then they started a coup, and then tried to kill him, almost killed him. But then they ended up arguing with themselves, saying, "Oh no, I'm the real Twice," or whatever. And then they all what was weird is it took a span of 9 days for them to kill each other off. And then the last Twice or whatever was still alive, and that is the Twice that we know now. And there are these times where the split personality thing that he has happens a couple of times, and when he does, he has to put on the mask, and then he is whole. So we get to see that, and then we get to see some low life villains called the Reservoir Dogs. At first, when I heard about this group, I thought that they were in the Vigilantes spin-off manga of My Hero, but they're not. They were canon characters. I did not realize that, but another reason why is because, they died so quickly. And who did they die by? Well, it is our main antagonist of Season 4, Chisake, or also known as Overhaul. So we get to see the aftermath of what Overhaul can do. So we get to see Twice try to figure out what am I going to do? What am I going to do if I'm going to be supporting the League of Villains and all this other stuff? So yeah, for the dub watchers, we will have to find out in the next episode. But for the sub, you guys know. So I'm not gonna, spoil anything for the dub anime only watchers. So you guys can just wait till next Saturday and do that, and I will have the anime review up for that and all this other stuff. But you guys are not here for the stuff about Twice and Overhaul. Well, maybe you are for Overhaul, I guess, but not much on Twice, because we know Twice, and now we got to get a little bit more information about his quirk and how it works and why he has the split personality and all that. But now, let's get right in to the rest of the episode. Now, the rest of the episode, it was actually Deku coming off of house arrest. So he spent his 3 days at the dorms. Then he finally came back to class. And when he came back to class, actually, let me go back before that. So the principal, Nezu, and everybody called all of the students together because it is the start of their second semester at UA. Now, because of that, that means that a new semester is about to start, and obviously that means a lot of hardships are coming along the way. But also we get introduced to a thing called hero work studies, and are also introduced to the big three. Now, I have a few pictures here. Well, actually, I only have one, but I'm going to scoot over for this because this picture is going to go right here. And I'm just going to post it here. So, here's the picture. Now, with that picture, what are some similarities that you see? Now, if you guys see the similarities, obviously because it's on the picture, but please comment them down below on what do you guys think. Does the big three remind you of this? I would say yes, a little bit, but other than that, not so much, other than their actual character designs and stuff. But yes, so we get introduced to the big three, who are the top third year students of UA and in the hero course. They are the strongest students at UA. Yes, we get introduced to Mirio Togata, Nijiri Hado, and Tamaki. I forget how to say his last name, so I just call him Tamaki, or his hero name, but we won't get into that until Season 4. But I am excited for Season 4, because when I read this in the manga, I was like, okay, this is a pretty dope fight. How is it going to be animated? And I cannot wait for it to be animated. But obviously that won't be until later on, probably like midway through the season. So, I mean, it'll be a little ways away, but the lore up to this part will be phenomenal, and you guys will be into it. And I guarantee that if you are a fan of My Hero, you will definitely be a fan of My Hero for a long time. Now, getting on with the big three, I won't discuss the big three and their quirks too much or what happens until later on. Possibly either in between Season 3 and Season 4, I might do some character discussions on the big three. And then I can go into what we know as of right now, and then what I would, and then my personal opinions on what would I want to see happen for the big three. Obviously, I can't go into spoiler territory at all for the manga. If you are an anime only watcher, the big three's character discussions won't reveal any manga spoilers. I know that when I did Class 1A and some of the relationships with some of the characters. I did say that there was a spoiler warning or whatever. This is manga territory, and I listed the characters and showed an image that was drawn of them. But you know, like especially like with Hato from one of the big three, I introduced her in a few of my character discussions for Class 1A before she was ever revealed in Season 3, because, you know, she just was in this episode. But I will go on to non-spoiler territory for them. I might... I don't know how I'm going to do this in the future. If I do like an updated one, or a just... here is these characters and here's where they're at now, or something like that. I might do that, yeah, that's pretty much it. But overall, we get introduced to the big three. We got introduced to Overhaul at the beginning of the episode with Twice. We get introduced to the big three. They introduce themselves, and then, or well, they will introduce themselves in the next episode, but we see them, and then, yeah, Season 4 of, My Hero is going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave some comments down below on what you guys think of the big three's appearance. What did you think of Overhaul's appearance? I guess where would you want to see them be later on in the story? Obviously I know because, you know, I read the manga, but I just want to hear you guys' opinions. So that's it for me. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. And yeah, that's it for me. And I guess bye guys, and see you next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.